So first of all, thank you so much for coming. And my name is Syed Bashir. I'm one of the senior vice president at Royal Sabre. I manage the digital transformation practice for Royal Sabre. Let's start with who we are and what we do. Let's go through the agenda today, and then we can jump onto the topic. The main topic today is ServiceNow Generative AI, GPT, and test automation. We are going to talk about the test automation for ServiceNow and other platforms too. Right? So this is the agenda today, like about Royal Sabre, obviously who we are, and test automation. Go Test Pro is our tool, which is like a codeless. There's no code and low code, no code, which is based on AI and built on Selenium and Java. So it's mainly a test automation product. We are going to talk more about that. ServiceNow and AI journey. How AI helps ServiceNow, and what are our solutions in AI which help ServiceNow and other platforms. Yeah, we are going to talk about these two solutions. One is AI Assist, the other one is Connector, which is also called Spin Genius. And with me, I have Gayatri and Sarmat. They are other speakers. And Gayatri is one of our ServiceNow architect, and Sarmat is our data scientist. Right? And obviously, we'll make it as more interactive. If you guys have questions, you can ask anytime. And we also have an event offer in terms of what we do from the consulting perspective. Right? So Royal Sabre, like we are IT solutions and professional service providers. So we have been in the industry for more than 20 plus years, and we are around like 2,200 resources globally. We're based out in Chicago. Obviously, Naperville is our head office, 10 minutes from here. We have a global presence in Canada, Mexico, London, UK, Sydney, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Middle East countries like Saudi, Dubai. Our offshore, big offshore in India, especially Chennai, Bangalore, and Hyderabad. It's a fast-growing mid-sized organization, and we are in 10 plus continents with 600 plus customers globally. Right? So this group is mainly from the digital transformation. We have other business units, digital commerce and digital solutions. We are going to focus more from the digital transformation perspective. Within digital transformation, these are the five main pillars which we focus from the solutioning perspective, as well as consulting and services perspective. Right? Cloud is one of them. Obviously, like AWS, Azure, and GCP are the three main things which we help customers in terms of migrations, managed services, consulting, etc. And integrations and middleware like MuleSoft, or if you have like Dell Boomi, IBM middleware, we help customers in those integrations. Plus, we do have frameworks and solutions to help customers from integration perspective too. Modernization, we help customers in the cloud journey, and if they have legacy applications, how to move to microservices and help them, show them the roadmap of modernization. Some customers are legacy, mainframe, AS400, how to migrate mainframe code to cloud, and all modernization comes under number three. Automation and DevOps, that's the area which we are going to focus today. ServiceNow, anything CI, CD, CT, pipeline, anything on Azure DevOps, anything automation, robotic process automation, everything comes under number four. Data analytics is one of our fast-growing practice, I will say. We have a lot of solutions on AI, ML, data engineering, and data science too. Right? So these are some of our partners where we have great partnership. Especially, we are elite partners of ServiceNow, partners of IBM, Microsoft, Amazon, Google. You can name it. I mean, like we do have partnership with all these major technology companies, and we build solutions on top of their platforms. We also have standalone products of Royal Sabre. So we have partnership in terms of working together, helping customers in terms of understanding their problems and providing solutions and consulting help. Right? So these are some of the value adds, and which is nothing but solutions and accelerators, right? I mean, like GoTest Pro, which we are going to talk today more in detail. It's a test automation tool. Secure Cloud is like a cloud compliance and security product. And Snow AI Assist, ServiceNow, how AI Assist helps in making your search easy. That's another product which we have. Connector, Sarmat is going to talk more from the connector perspective. It's nothing but it connects to all your sources, right? As an enterprise customer, you have SAP, Salesforce, Oracle, IBM, whatever you have. how it connects to all those different sources, brings the data in the form of vector database, and how we can make your search easy is what that solution is. Monitor Pro, it monitors all your middleware transactions. Like it's one of our solutions for middleware customers. Like they have hundreds and hundreds of transactions going, how to monitor and how to make their life easy from the transaction perspective. Modernization, SCM modernization, source control modernization. They have a lot of customers today. They have legacy source control tools like mainframe customers and AS400 customers. How to migrate their code into Git and GitHub and modern source control management tool. So we do have solutions to migrate those codes. Integration visa. Yeah, in ServiceNow today, integration is a big challenge, right? I mean, like if you want to connect to non-ServiceNow platforms, we have a lot of customers, they're struggling today, like, hey, we need to connect to SAP, Salesforce. We have built a framework which makes your integration life easy. It's like a drag and drop, connect, and then push the button, and it takes the data to those sources. We will talk more about that. These are some of the solutions. We have more. I mean, the key point here is these are value adds. We as a consulting solution providers will leverage all these assets when we work with our customers, right? For example, if you do integration from the scratch, it takes a lot of time. If you work with us, we'll leverage these assets, which makes your life easy, right? I mean, we will leverage all these assets when we work as a partner with any customer. Yeah, GoTest Pro is a product, as I said, like it's a web-based AI-enabled test automation tool in one-liner. But we are going to demo this. We are going to talk more about this tool today. If you have questions, we can answer all your questions today. Right? So the features of GoTest Pro, like if you see, it's a web-based web application platform testing, right? I mean, it becomes much easier to do testing for any platform. Today, you have ServiceNow. You can do testing of ServiceNow incidents or whatever you do in ServiceNow. You can do all those testings in ServiceNow. Plus, as an enterprise customers, if you have SAP or Oracle or Workday or any other product platform, we can do testing using GoTest Pro, right? So it's a multi-browser support. It supports any browser. If you have IE, Chrome, or like Firefox, or any browser, you can test all those browsers in parallel, right? For example, if you have 5 browsers supporting your customers, your users, so you can just click a button. It's going to run on all the browsers. It's going to generate a result of what happened in all those different browsers. So it's a multi-browser support feature. And it also has AI-based support. When I say AI-based, in GoTest Pro, for example, if you're new to ServiceNow, if you don't know how to create test cases, somebody's new as a QA guy, what ServiceNow does is with behind the scene, it pulls all the 70-80% of the test cases for you. It gives you the framework of test cases, whatever you want to create. On top of it, you can customize it, edit it, and then execute those test cases in the form of recordings, right? So basically, like you're getting 70-80% of the test cases out of the box, and then you can customize it or you can run those test cases. I mean, this gives you a roadmap of testing, right? I mean, there's no need to start from the scratch writing those test cases, right? So it's a web test recorder, means like even as a developer or a business user or as a QA consultant, it's all about navigating across the browsers. Once if you navigate the test cases, you can save it, you can rerun it. It's going to generate results for you, pass, fail, and all the stuff. Right? It's codeless. Basically, there's no need to worry about any script or any Selenium or anything like that. So it's any user, business user, non-technical person, anybody can go and do this testing. It's data driven. When you say data driven, if you have like data, for example, if you have like multiple users, login users, like as an admin or like a super admin or as a QA guy, you can put all this data, login data in a spreadsheet, and you can upload it, and it will take care of doing the testing for all the different users. For example, if you want to test social security numbers, if you have hundreds of social security or account numbers, you can upload the data into this tool, and it will run sequentially for all those data. Right? Yeah, it can run on-prem as well as cloud. This is cloud-based, but you can do both on-prem as well as cloud testing. Right? Yeah, multi-browser auto healing is another feature which is great. Like for example, if you're by mistake, if you have moved one element instead of from the right to left, or like if any image moved, it will not fail. It understands it, based on the previous test cases, and it will pass those test cases. And you have a button to on and off the auto healing, which works really good, right? Visual validation is a great feature, like images or elements, and all those validation can happen in this one. API testing, if you have a lot of APIs, it can do the API testing by giving the input data and getting the output data of those APIs. You can schedule the test cases based on, like, for example, if you want to run multiple tests in after office hours or like in the night time. When you come in the morning, it generates the results, how many tests passed, how many failed, and it gives you the test results in the form of PDF spreadsheets, and it also records videos, right? So that you can send these video links to the developers. They can look into how, which are the scenarios failed, and they can fix it, and they themselves can rerun this tool and make sure that everything is perfect, right? DevOps compatibility. So I mean, like this DevOps is nothing but CI, CD, and CT, continuous integration, continuous development, testing. So this fits into any of your DevOps platform. If you already have CI, CD with Jenkins or Azure pipeline or any other pipeline, this is based on API, so it integrates easily with any of your DevOps platform today, right? So reporting and dashboard is much easier. She's going to show the demo, Gayatri, and we can show you how the reporting works here, right? So do you guys have any questions? Okay. So are you guys using ATF today, Automation Test Framework of ServiceNow for testing? How do you guys do the testing on ServiceNow platform today? Are you don't know, maybe no automation? But I mean, ATF is out of the box ServiceNow ATF, right? I mean, like a lot of customers, they use ATF, or they use Selenium or any other product for testing. So you guys are not aware of what your organization are doing from the test automation. Okay, okay. So I mean, a lot of customers, they ask me, hey, why Go Test Pro when we have ATF? So these are some of the comparison which we have put to make sure that you understand why GTP, right? For example, ServiceNow, ATF is more specific to ServiceNow, and out of the box use cases, I mean, like it's only from the ServiceNow platform, but Go Test Pro is cloud-based, and it gives you like a lot of test cases more than what ATF gives. A learning curve is, it's codeless in Go Test Pro. I mean, in ATF, you might have to code. It's a little complex compared to Go Test Pro. And if you see the other features, ease of use and multi-platform web application testing, visual image validation, asynchronous testing like sequentially, and AI-based test creation, and user-friendly for BA or QA, or any user can use GTP. But ATF is, you need some knowledge to understand that. So we make your life easy when it comes to test automation, right? So this is something which you have put as a comparison chart here. Serenium?
So we are implementing Tosca from Tricentis.
Okay.
Right, so that's what we are choosing as a word to.
Sure.
How does this compare to that?
So Tricentis is also something similar to Go Test Pro. I mean, like they have the test automation product for ServiceNow. I'm not sure if they are supporting any other platform. Overall test automation. Yeah, that's a great question. Like we are competing with Tricentis. It's something similar, but we have added some advanced features like AI. As I said, like the generative AI, like to create test cases with a click of a button, like it gives you ready-made test cases, which is based on the AI and LLM feature which we have implemented. When you see the demo, you will see it. Plus, I mean, like how easy is to use, right? I mean, like when you compare, sometimes product may look similar, but some advanced features which will make it different than the other product. While she demos, maybe you can see the differentiation. If you know the Tricentis product, you can see how that is different. Yeah, this is the difference between Selenium. A lot of people, they say, hey, we have open source Selenium, why we have to go with the Go Test Pro? So these are some of the differences which we have put. As I said, like a lot of advanced features like AI, visual testing, auto healing features, plus easy to use and no code. That is the main thing, right? I mean, the end goal is anybody should use this code. I mean, even a 10th grade kid should, once if I teach her, her or him, I mean, she should be able to like use this tool. I mean, that's the end goal. So, I mean, I was just joking 10th grade, but business users are like a QA, a product managers, or a developer. Anybody should be able to use the tool. That's the end goal, which we come up with this idea of like how to make anybody's life easy so that they are not always counting on QA engineers or like a test automation engineers. Right? Yeah, maybe Gayatri can give a demo of Go Test Pro. If you guys have any questions, we will definitely answer those questions. But go ahead, please.
Thank you. I'll not be able to demo with that, so we'll start. So thanks everyone for joining. My name is Gayatri. Like Syed said, I'm a ServiceNow architect with Royal Cyber, but I've been with ServiceNow for more than 10 years now. So you can see this is a simple login. We log in via website. It's a gotestpro.com. The view.
Yeah,
That's
because
right.
your voice is
It's
not that
not
loud.
that loud.
You should keep it. Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, no, definitely. Is it better? Yeah, it's not
It's off.
very.
It's locked actually. Yeah. You'll have to unscrew this.
Oh, okay, I'll try. Yeah, I'll try. That's fine now. So the first part, and it's really the use. It's definitely user friendly. I'm a ServiceNow user, so GoTest Pro was new to me, so I've learned almost on my own. So that's how easy it is. To begin with, everything starts with projects. I do have a couple of projects you have created here, but the project is where you're going to define your instance environments, which could be production, dev, UAT, wherever you want to create the test cases. Just to show how to create a project, it's just the name, you got your environment, and you'd be able to select if it is an enterprise application, and also, which instance or the URL you're doing. I'll just show one of the project I've already created. See the definition of it. So this, I've just added a couple of instance URLs, and then it is an enterprise application. Like Syed said, it supports multiple applications. I have set up for ServiceNow, but we also have options for Salesforce, SAP, and so on. Once you have your project in, you can define your test cases. I do have few that I've defined, but I want to show you a simple one so you know how easy to just create a new one. So let's do one using our recorder.
It's a
Give
little
us a
slow because of
second.
the network here. Sorry.
I'll start with a new test. But as you can, so while it loads, as you can see on the left, this is all our navigation. You can see all your tests for the given project, your test plans, your results, your dashboard, everything is on the touch on the left side. Just created couple to show, but I'm gonna add a new test. Just let's say test, and you got a test plan. And then just create a test. I think the network is helping us much. So let's give it a couple more seconds. There we go. So that's just your outline. You have your test. So you can start with a recorder just to do a simple login one. As soon as we start, it picks the URL that I've defined on the project. And once you have, let's say I want to do a simple login verification. So start with the username. So you can already see on the left the step 1 and step 2. It has captured the URL and the frame. Once I have the username admin, right now it's gonna showcase.
The thing is, you can see on the right hand side, like what is going on, right? I mean, like you can view the test, scenarios which you're recording.
Password.
Right.
Just to show, you can also edit here. If you want your password masked, you can set the settings, and there are a couple more features you can set on the fly.
So this is what I was talking about, the image validation and masking. Some customers, they don't want social security to be shown in the overall test scenarios. You can just click off a button, it will turn on the masking stuff. And image validation, if you want to validate the images or static things or videos or anything in the application.
All the UI elements of the page.
Yeah.
Can be added, and it captures the additional information like the locator, the XI path, CSS selector, that helps you in our auto healing concept, where if some of the minor changes does not fail the test cases. So like how you can see, this is a simple test. There are 3 steps. You can see on the right what you have captured. As soon as I do this, the login, that's captured as well. And we are into the instance. And once I click the save, the test case gets saved with all these steps. So just show you. And then I'll have the steps here. So just to run a test with little more, let's say I have one more create test. And just to let know, it's not that somebody has to sit and run each of these tests. We have option to schedule them. So with that, so once you have a test, you can have a test plan, which is what the functional was, and I'll show you that as well. So right now it's running each one by one, the steps that of the test case. We can schedule all these tests together and then have it run daily or monthly, whatever the frequency you need. So this is a simple create test one. So it completed the login. It's moving on, it's waiting. So I've added and so wait for element. This is just to make sure that we are giving it enough time, or you can add time as well. If your instance takes your time, like let's say 20 seconds to load, so the test doesn't wheel, you can add a time that all can be seen on the right as well. And we have a Chrome extension, GTP extension that we'll also use, which lets you edit each step on the go. Basically going ahead and creating each step.
So the good thing is you can also edit here in the right hand side. Like if you don't like what the tool is doing, if you want to add any conditional based test cases, you can do if and else. You can edit and write your scenarios there too.
So as soon as execution is completed, it passed. I can save this run and we'll see this in the test results later on. So as of what Said was saying of editing, so if I just open it in GTP extension, so here now you have option to edit the steps, as well as you can click record and add new steps in between the steps. If you think a step is missed, your test case, you can always edit on the fly by opening in this view. So that's where you have this edit option or whatever you want to do around here. So once we are done here, so this is our test plans I was talking about. So you can have in each test plan, you can have multiple test cases captured. You can have a schedule defined, the frequency, a name, daily, monthly, the date you want to start it on, and everything. So if you have a production release or something, you can say as soon as the release is done on a given date, let's start and run the test cases. And once you're done with whole test cases, you can come and look at your results here. So you can see if they have failed, passed, and you can also see each of them. There's going to be a download PDF where it gives you each step and the screenshots, as well as you have screenshots of each step that was performed.
So every step you can see the image. It creates the visual image for every step, so that you can, if you have to send it to a developers or business users, they can also see those visuals.
On my project, I've not run, but I also want to show you there is a possibility of a video as well. So if you go to results for this one. So if you have run in a way, then I also have a video of the test case that ran that gets captured here.
So this video is very important because a lot of our customers, they say like it helps the developers. When we send these videos, they look into the scenarios where it failed. They fix it pretty quickly for development team.
So once you're done with everything, you also have a dashboard where you can see how many tests were run, how many API tests, if there were any. Most of the one I have run are browser tests right now. But if you have API tests, you can see how many of those have run, how many test plans, if there were any executions, if you did a schedule executions. If you have all these set up, everything is at one place in your dashboard and reporting. And then we also have embedded the AI report GTP assistant what we call where you can ask, summarize, let's say my last test run. And so basically, your natural language transformation. So you can ask your questions and you will have.
So
a
basically,
direct
you're chatting
response.
with the system in terms of how many tickets passed, how many failed, all those things we can ask from here. So this is more like a GTP assistant.
Right. And then also want to show you just generating outline. This might take a few seconds.
Because of a lot of data, maybe. Yeah.
Yep. So it does summarize what we have run. We have run the create incident login request item. So it does show you the summary of that and what failed and stuff. And then within the test, this is what Said was mentioning about you can create some test cases using AI. So if I click that, so it's going to take some time.
Select few else, it will take some time. So
yeah,
you don't want to wait.
I'll just do two.
So this is what I was talking about. Like if you want to create test cases, this gives you the test cases of all the test scenarios which you want to test. So there is no need for you to write new test cases. It gives you out of the box. You can edit and you can just follow those test cases for any test scenarios.
It does take, but this is our initial time. So it did create a couple of test cases. We can now open these and create. You can add it into the test plan. And then how we use the recorder in the same way, we can run the record, edit them on the fly, or add or remove steps accordingly. So that is that. That's a quick demo. So
this is mainly she's testing from the ServiceNow perspective. Like if you have Salesforce or like if you have Workday or SAP or any other platform, you can do all those enterprise platform testing. It's just like URL you have to give and test cases it will produce. You have to just click the buttons and keep testing it. Any questions on this product? Sorry. Yeah. iOS or Android, multiple browsers as well as multiple devices. If you have like Android applications or like iOS, this will also perform testing on all those devices.
we can basically submit and like we can set it up either to run sequentially or parallelly if you have a test case that are not dependent and they're going to run parallel in multiple browsers at a time. So when you're studying, so it need not be like one test at a time.
Yeah. It becomes much easier for the development team to look into the issue and solve the issues. Any questions here about this product or feedback about this? I mean, to your point, I mean, you have seen the try centers. Did you see anything? Is it pretty same or do you see anything here or like because pretty close?
There are differences. That's similar.
Similar.
Thing,
Okay.
report of the results.
Okay. Do they have the AI generative feature there, like which creates test cases or something?
They have in the product. The implementer that we are using has not brought those to the front because we're just starting the implementation now.
Okay. Got it.
So we've asked them to bring things as products are bringing
the newer
Like,
features.
how are you going to help us? How are you going to change us?
Got it.
So those discussions are happening with you.
Okay.
Okay, then that wraps our demo.
So is this like a Royal Cyber product?
Yes, this is our own proprietary product, like which we are helping customers on, not only for ServiceNow. This is mainly from ServiceNow event. We are talking from ServiceNow perspective, but a lot of our customers, they use this product as an enterprise. One of our insurance customers, they're using this for HR Workday module testing, and they're using it for Salesforce. They have CRM. Some customers have integrated all those products, how to do testing across the board. So they use as an enterprise automation test product.
test data for automation. We have to continuously run regression testing. Where does that happen? Is there a separate product? This holds the data.
So you mean like if you have data for testing, so how do you manage the data?
Set up the data, right? So I have a big application. I want to keep on repeating the same test, right?
Yeah, I mean,
the environment is changing, so you need to set up test data.
Yeah, test data is out of this tool, like which you have to manage it like external to this tool. But I mean, this supports data driven. For example, if you have data in spreadsheet or anything, you can just upload it and it will run. But management of the data should be separate out of the work. If that answers. Yeah.
That is on the Go test Pro itself. Like how I've shown you the results, they are all, everything is in within the tool.
But is it a cloud hosted?
Cloud hosted.
Yes, we are.
Cloud.
Yes.
We are hosting this on Google Cloud, but I mean, we can host this on-prem as well as your private cloud too. So this is one of the use case where we implemented Go test, but just to show you the ROI of what customers they get from Go test Pro. One of the service catalog manually, if they test it takes 60 minutes, close to 1 hour. And if you use Go test Pro, it reduces drastically to 10 minutes. It's only the tool is running. You're just navigating across all the functionalities. And if you click the button, within 10 minutes, it does the complete testing. And it's cumulative, right? I mean, you can rerun it again and again and again. So even this 10 minutes is like not measured, right? Because it's one run. But if you run this multiple times, it's like cumulative ROI, right? So it saves you 50 minutes for one test case. So it's closer to 84 to 85% return of investment for one test scenario. So like this, if you do your entire application, the main thing is more than reducing the time. It's all about the efficiency and the users, how multiple people can test it instead of just as a QA team separately. Business users can test it, developers can test it, even the QA can test it. So it's going to increase the level of testing, and the efforts behind this is going to be very minimal. And yeah, why Go test Pro? It's just we are summarizing, reduce cost, same thing what I said now, and team size. I mean, we have seen like 20 people QA team got reduced to 2-member team with this tool, and that is a huge ROI. And we have seen like improved testing turnaround time, right? I mean, as I said, like in the previous ROI, people, they spend a lot of time today with the manual testing as well as with Selenium writing code and all the stuff. So you can reduce drastically all this time and focus on the business use cases and other problems rather than spending too much money and efforts on test automation, right? So improved bug reporting, as she said, like PDF files, spreadsheets, videos, all the formats of reports you get from this. It helps developers, it helps business users, it helps the overall as an enterprise, everybody gets benefit out of it, right? Plus, YGTP, we have a big digital transformation team. They all sit together in the lab. From the integration perspective, like from the DevOps pipeline perspective, if you have to integrate ServiceNow to some other product, any help, because we all sit together, cloud engineers, integration engineers, data analytics, everybody sit together, it becomes much easier. Plus, we have other products, as I showed you, like we leverage all those products, help customers from the enterprise perspective, not just from the QA automation perspective, if that makes sense to you.
Okay, so continuing the conversation further into AI, we wanted to talk what ServiceNow is doing in AI and how it's been, and what Royal Cyber is also doing with that, how ServiceNow has been changing and growing using its AI capabilities with now generative AI. This is a quick snapshot what we have seen from about 2017. It got introduced into virtual agent. It went around using AI search. The AI capabilities have been
just to sorry for interrupting. This is more of a service now. What ServiceNow's journey from the AI perspective? What is their roadmap when it comes to AI? Right? She's explaining that, and then we will come back to what Royal Cyber is doing from the AI perspective. We have to show you ServiceNow's roadmap and then Royal Cyber's roadmap. That's why to bring the flow, she's talking from the ServiceNow. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is just like I said, just a quick glance. We have seen how AI is going, how AI capabilities itself are going within ServiceNow as a tool. And then RPA, we have natural language understanding within virtual agent. And then now in 2023 is what we are hearing more and more about generative AI, and ServiceNow is also on board with that. Few of the things, not only in ServiceNow, generally in generative AI, the capabilities that comes in is the summarization, the content creation, and also ability to help with the coding. So just laying out those three functionality here. Now Assist is one of those tools the ServiceNow is introducing. We within Royal Cyber, we have.
So can you go back?
Sorry.
ServiceNow has come up with this roadmap, right? I mean,
Now Assist. Now we
you have this today,
yeah.
where case summary. I think you guys are already using Vancouver. Anybody is using Vancouver version today? No. Okay. Are you aware of this roadmap of ServiceNow? Okay.
Yeah.
So summarization is nothing but the search, right? I mean, like how you can search from all those knowledge-based articles, like Google, right? I mean, if I search something, it gives me like a quick summary as well as all the articles related to that summary. Instead of me, if you have a knowledge base with 50, 60 articles, I don't have time to go through all those articles and then, support my users. I want a summary, a crisp summary where I read it, I fix the issue then and there. So that's what summarization is. We have come up with a solution on that one. We are going to demo that. Plus content creation, right? I mean, how to create content very quickly from the AI perspective, and code assist for developers. If I just say, hey, I need some like script to create this incident, it gives you the code snippet, right?
So everything with the generative is AI. Whenever we talk about generative AI, the difference mainly with what your traditional AI is, you can use natural language. And then one of the key, these three features are one of the key features that we are using and developing different tools to support different use cases. Now Assist is of ServiceNow, but we with the same use of generative AI, these are a couple of snapshots, but I do want to go ahead and do a quick demo. We are still developing on this one, so you're going to see more and more features of this, but it's called Snow AI Assist. And it's just a quick snapshot. We could have a lot of large volume of incidents currently. And if you're aware with the ServiceNow, obviously, whenever we open an incident, this we are just showing how you could go and search within knowledge base and how it shows each articles that could be related. And this is keyword search or search currently we are doing. And then with our tool, the idea is, the support idea here is, whenever you open an incident, we do have an ability that shows the related articles for given incident based off its description or short description. But the agent has to still open each of those articles to understand what's the matter within it, or to understand how to resolve this incident. So instead of that, we're going to be using generative AI to get a summarization from all the articles that could help the agent. And that's where I'm going to jump into demo. That's what the screenshot is showing as well. But let me show you a quick demo here. This is our demo instance. So we do have few instances, but I'm going to just create a new incident and I'll show you how our generative AI would load a summarization. Wait. Okay, let me log back.
So do you guys use any AI assist today for not only for ServiceNow in general? Have you adapted to this LLM and OpenAI and ChatGPT, the buzzword, right? I mean, today's world. So are you using the search today anywhere in the organization? Not from the ServiceNow perspective, in general, I'm asking.
So troubleshoot.
Troubleshooting?
Yeah, to troubleshoot, see what other steps they do best.
Okay. So that is something which you use today, or you're looking?
No, it's something we use.
Use.
Yeah.
So troubleshooting, you use a search from the knowledge base on how to troubleshoot. That's what it is.
Yeah, we can type that in.
Oh, from ChatGPT, you use troubleshoot.
Type in there.
That is more like generic, but you don't have specific to your knowledge base. That is where I think this is going to be a big value add, because I mean, a lot of organizations, they have their own knowledge base, right? For the past 10, 15 years, you created your own knowledge base based on the tickets which you are working on.
How does it generate the data?
Yes, absolutely.
Resolve the issue.
Yes.
Taken by a technician.
Yeah, the knowledge base can be like either you generated or you may have some external knowledge base documents which you can upload it to the ServiceNow platform. And how to do the search, smart search is a key. That is what she's going to show the demo.
So right now, like what Syed is saying, right now you would have your own knowledge base. So obviously this is as accurate, as good as your knowledge base is. So for instance, right now I'm creating an incident and I'm gonna say VPN configuration.
So you guys do all this stuff today, like creating incidents on behalf of the users, right?
No, we don't.
You don't?
We don't. The users.
Users, and it comes to you guys for fixing those.
Stuff, yeah.
Okay.
So this does help agents right now. Right now, out of box, most of them have setup is showing the related articles, which could be 4, 5, and in some cases more, depending upon how generic the short
So this is what you're talking about, right? The knowledge base articles. I mean, ServiceNow has its own knowledge base, plus you may have your own documents, but it shows here. But this is one. You have it? Okay. So this is only 4 or 5, but if there are, I have seen organizations where like 40, 50, 100, it takes hours and hours to go read and, come up with a solution, right? It's very difficult. See that short description VPN configuration? It picked that short description. It goes across all these knowledge-based documents. It summarizes it.
So as soon as save it, so that's where our action begins, and it's going to take few seconds. And from ServiceNow, and how we are doing, we have a API which we are connected to LLM, which is going to scan all the knowledge articles that could be related based on the short description of the incident, and it's going to summarize and give you one quick summary of how this could be resolved, and we're going to see it here. So it's going to take few seconds.
So just to let you know, like she said, LLM, large language model. There is a vector database. There is a lot of things which he is going to talk about architecture behind this, how the search works, right? So he's going to describe in detail about that. You guys are following so far, like in terms of, so this is a summary. See, this summary is coming from all those hundreds of documents which is sitting in the knowledge base. If you had to manually go and like, read all the stuff, maybe it will take 3, 4 hours or maybe days. I don't know how much time it's going to take. Just with the click of a button, it took that VPN description as, configuration as a keyword, and it searched all those documents. Behind the scene, it's LLM and vector DB and embedding system, all those things are working. AI is working, and it brings you the crisp summary based on the search VPN index searching summary. And you as a agent, you have to just follow the steps pretty quickly. You can solve the problem.
Here, though there are knowledge articles exist, agents don't use it because they have to navigate through a lot of them. So there is always a repeated knowledge that's getting missed. So this is also when there is a right there, they are going to use it. So that's another advantage. And obviously the resolution time also decreases. And so these are just a couple more examples where the summarization is worked. So this is from ServiceNow end, but now Samad is going to talk about how.
Did you want to show a couple of other keywords which is already created?
So these are a couple of examples, like how to manage setting of Internet Explorer, and it had got a summarization here. And then
and
a few more examples
pretty 90 to 95% accuracy for majority of our customers. They say like if they follow the steps, 90 to 95% of the time they could able to solve the problems. Means the architecture behind this searches the right article and brings the right summary based on that keywords, right? So you have to just focus, follow that, and fix the issues. Do you have questions? Excellent question. As of now, this is ServiceNow. It searches internal, but we can also do external too, right? I mean, in case if you don't have that summary in your knowledge base, it can go to the external wherever you have the sources. It can search. He's going to talk about that.
Okay.
Do you think this will solve your problems today? Okay. But at least it will help you, be an assistant to you, right? I mean, you can reduce your time in terms of.
Hello again. Thank you, Sayed and Gayatri. So, sorry.
So as she was showing you, so consider an example where you are searching VPN not working. So your current search is VPN not working. It's gonna pick a word VPN and fetch all the documents related to that keyword, which is like the current state keyword search. It'll fetch you documents for Apple VPN or maybe Wi-Fi VPN or maybe VPN configuration and all that. But it's not gonna semantically search my VPN configuration is not working for Eclipse. This semantic search is incorporated to our AI plugin using this large language models. And over here, we are showing you a high level architecture of what happens under the hood. You see, we upload a file and that file goes to an embeddings model and that creates embeddings. Those embeddings are semantic meanings of those, all the documents which you have uploaded. And then those are stored into a vector store, and then whenever you ask a question, we do a similarity search against those already stored embeddings in a vector store and bring out all the relevant results, which are then passed to a large language model, and then it summarizes you in a a very nice human understandable way. So this is a high level architecture, and over here this is the architecture diagram for our current ServiceNow Royal ServiceNow AI plugin. So what happens is that you have incident table and you have your knowledge base. So somebody creates an incident and it says like, I cannot download a tool in my Windows, or let's call it, I cannot, do updates for Windows 10. So you created an incident, and that basically is a short description. That short description is going to be searched in your knowledge base. And what we do, we do not like go directly and get all your data, expose that to large language model to the outside world. Your data remains inside. We just make a single API call and get only the relevant documents. So those relevant documents are passed to embedding models. The embeddings are created and stored in in-memory vector index. From there, against the question, which is basically short description, we do a similarity search and get relevant chunks out of that. So the relevant chunks along with short description goes to large language model, and then it nicely summarizes and gives you, human understandable answer for that thing. So maybe today you are going through documents and reading a lot of things which from which only like 20% of thing is relevant. Now you don't need to do that effort, and it's simply going to get you, 100% relevant document. So that's our current plugin. And next, we are also working on another product, which basically is called Connector today. And as we have this, event in relevance with ServiceNow, but you can bring data from anywhere. Right now we have like 50 plus data integrations. You can bring data from Salesforce, you have in Azure Blob Storage, then Google BigQuery or anywhere, and then fetch that, create a vector store for you, hold all the embeddings over there. And then you can simply, on a chatbot interface, talk to all your data. Maybe you have your HR data on Salesforce. Maybe you have your sales data on your Snowflake. So you have to, go to that particular platform and search that document, and then come back to HR and search that document and then combine it. So this actually requires, human effort. So this tool is basically going to take over that thing. It's going to bring all the data to a single central repository, and then you can simply talk to it. So that's something we're working on.
So basically, it's going to be like a Google for the enterprise. For example, a lot of employees' data are in Workday, HR data. Some data is in ADP financial data. Some data is benefit data in some other database. Me as a executive, if I want to say, like, if I want to ask a question, hey, what is the benefit of Syed when he retires? It's not just pulling from one, right? Syed's data is in Workday, goes and looks for the benefits in ADP or somewhere. It brings stitches all the data into the vector DB. It becomes like a Google for the overall enterprise. It brings the meaningful data, but from across multiple sources, right? If I
Absolutely. So now, I mean, when we talk about generative AI, so this is, a big concern of enterprises. Like, I'm not going to send my data over an API call to a large language model, maybe be it like OpenAI, Cohere, or anything, because you are actually exposing your data, right? So what we offer that, let's say you have data in form of a structured, unstructured images, video, or voice form. We'll create embeddings and fetch all that data from all the clouds. And you see over here, we give you a firewall. You can actually host our connector service, be it on a cloud, which is totally private to you, or be it on-prem, which is like totally inside your firewalls. So your vector store, your models, your data, everything lives inside the firewall. It's not exposed to any other services. So that's how we are ensuring that your privacy and security.
So because a lot of financial customers, they don't want this data to be on the cloud or public cloud. They want this to be hosted private on their network or in their private cloud. So that's where like we are helping in terms of how to put this in their local environment, right? So that it becomes private to them.
And that's pretty much it
Yeah.
from my side.
That's so pretty much we are concluding. This is more like our offer, like in terms of Go Test Pro, you saw the test automation tool. So we give this as a trial offer. When I say trial, like we pick a couple of use cases from you guys and we implement that and we do hands-on like help. You can do the testing and make sure that it works on your environment with your use cases, which we offer as a complimentary help. It's like closer to 1 month of trial period, I can say. If you guys are interested, we can do a conversation with you, like schedule a call and help you guys in evaluating the product, at least if you like it. And Snow Assist, the search which you saw, the great news is we are giving that we can implement that as a complimentary. We are not going to charge that as a license or anything like that. If you like what you saw, like search quickly from the knowledge base, we can implement that as a free version on your environment. We are not charging, especially for the people who are coming to this event, not for everyone. You may ask me the question, how are you making money? But this is mainly for the people, mainly to build some business relationship with the customers who are searching and coming to us for these sort of events, right? And the ServiceNow Consulting, we have a lot of SMEs and assets and solutions in ServiceNow. If you need help from the ServiceNow managed services or consulting or like development work or support work, to evaluate us, what sort of expertise we have, we are giving like a 40 hours of a consulting services, which you can pick a laundry list of things which you may not able to solve today, which you want us to solve as an experts. We can pick that as a challenge and help you fixing those issues for 40 hours with no cost, right? We also have ServiceNow Jumpstart. What is Jumpstart? It's a defined period of time where we enable customers. What is enablement? Like pick their use cases, a couple of use cases or one use case, help work along with them, make them to do the heavy lifting work with our guidance, train them, enable them, jumpstart them in ServiceNow, right? So that is very, very popular package which we offer. A lot of our customers, they say, hey, we already have developers, why we need jumpstart? One customer, they say, hey, I mean, like it's mainly to follow some standards, best practices, do things in a right way, and also like enable them, train them, so that after the jumpstart, you should be able to do yourself. A lot of customers, they're pretty interested. It's a low cost and in a right way to enable your team, I would say, right? So these are some of our offerings. If you guys are interested, we are here. Anyways, we are going to have food and play there, so we can do networking, and we all are here. So please feel free to ask any questions, or we can have a one-on-one meetings with you if you guys are interested in either of these packages, or any questions. If you have any questions from whatever we demoed today, you guys can feel free to catch hold of any one of us here. Right. Once again, so do you have any questions? Sorry, before we wind up, any other questions or feedback or anything which you want to comment or? Yes, please. Okay. Sarmas, yeah, I am. Okay.
So right now, what you're seeing is integrated with OpenAI's API, right? The ServiceNow Assist. Now, we are using OpenAI's API for the purpose of POC and internal development. But as let's say you have a requirement as a client, you want to have your LLM hosted privately, then of course you're gonna go towards the open source models. Maybe we need to tweak it with some fine tuning or prompt engineering to get right results out of it. But OpenAI being one of the best LLM providers, they are actually giving you models which are doing very good on giving responses, right? But if you want to host it locally, you don't want to expose your data to OpenAI, we can host Llama 2, Dolly, anyone on your, on-prem or maybe on your cloud.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's what we are doing with Connector.
So this is a framework, but you can pick whatever you want and you can integrate with this. You can use your own vector DB embeddings or LLM, if I'm not wrong.
Connector is something which can come to you as a SDK as well. You just load it as a Python library and create your own separate instances. It'll give you options to, host it on cloud, or if you want on-prem, or if you just want to, go into our instance and create your projects.
So you guys are doing it today? Like you are doing this sort of a search or something like that?
Of course.
Okay.
So coming to insurance part, we have actually done quite a few use cases, but those were not on like chat side, but they were more on like feature extraction, where you have the whole policy document and then you are extracting relevant, keywords and their values out of that document, and creating it into a structured manner and then holding it into some database where you can put up a dashboard on top of that. So you don't have to skim through all the documents. So yeah, we do have like experience with insurance industry as well. Absolutely.
If you're interested, we can talk more, like we can schedule a meeting, and if you want to understand more, we can do that.
I know. So these are the buzzwords, as Syed said.
When we put those keywords, we see a lot of people are coming in to pull the crowd. It's not just to pull the crowd, but that has become a buzzword in today's world, right? Yeah. No, it's but I mean, like whatever we are talking about is not specific to ServiceNow. Even as the test automation tool, you can use the tool for any product. You as an enterprise can use it. In AI/ML, not specific to ServiceNow. Search can be, you can do the search on any product. As you said, if you have like use cases, insurance specific use cases, articles, how to read the policies and all, you can, this is more generic. But since we made this more specific to ServiceNow, so we had to pick some product to talk about it. So we picked ServiceNow as a platform. Yeah,
absolutely. And if you would like, you can try the demo on your own. I mean, that would, give you a better understanding of how things are happening. It's not like keyword, it's semantic search, the embeddings and vector databases. I'm sure you can relate to what I'm saying.
If you're interested, I mean, like since we are giving this as a complimentary, we can help you in whatever you're developing, we can help you there to complete your POC or whatever it is, right? Okay. No, not from the ServiceNow perspective, from the AI LLM perspective. Yes, .com. Oh, that's a great question. For the introductions. Sure. I expected a lot of questions in technology. This is the first time, which is good, great. You guys are asking more about Royal Sabre. That's awesome. So this slide, you have questions?
So you have 1,000 plus employees, right? And
yeah.
Getting over ServiceNow, AI, but you also talked about digital transformation and all of these things.
Yes.
So how many of what type of consultants and how many?
Okay.
Like,
so you want
MSP? You have 2 or 200? Like, how is it structured?
So is it more like you're asking from the ServiceNow perspective, or in general how this will? I mean, I will say like out of 2,000, both onshore, offshore, globally, it includes sales and it includes HR, recruitment, technical people, SMEs. If you say like 70 to 75% people are technical, and consultants like who are offshore as well as onshore in US. I will say like 40 to 50% of them are here in US. Rest of the people are global. across the world, and they're sitting majorly in at offshore centers as well as in our other offices. That's a good question. So ServiceNow is our big practice. We may have closer to 200 resources in ServiceNow working for customers, working internally, building solutions. As a practice, we have innovation team whose job is to build solutions, and we have like a business team, sales team, obviously. Together, I will say like it's around 200 to 25 in ServiceNow. AI/ML is a growing practice too. So we may have like around 80 to 90 resources in that one. Plus, there are a lot of consultants working with the client side of it. Like I'm just talking from the practice and the solution development team. Does it answer your question? Since it's not global, I mean, I cannot, it's, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like we are around like 200 mil company, I can say. Yeah. Great question. Absolutely. No, that's a very good question. The thing is, like, we've been in the industry for 20 plus years, and we are not just like a staffing organization, right? We are more like a strategic, starting from doing an assessment, understanding clients' requirements, and we work as a strategic partner with our solutions and the assets you saw, right? Our goal is not just like go and give resources. Our goal is to understand customer problems, build solutions, build frameworks, and help customers more from the as a strategic partner, not like a staffing organization. We have been successful. We have like Fortune 100 and Fortune 50 customers, big, everybody knows the brand names like insurances and finance companies and retails. We have all those big logos working for the past 10 plus years on development, plus, I mean, like managed services, and we have 24/7 support team. So we are not like a huge giant companies. We are not like a tiny company which will go away for business. We're like a mid-size organization where majority of the customers who wants to work with mid-size because of Sayed has been there in the organization for 18 plus years. We retain people. It's not like every day people are changing. We try to retain 80% of our resources. I mean, they still remain the same. So to answer your question, like in terms of why they should work with our company, those are the main things: strategic, assets, solutions, and like retaining people and working on the same organization. All those are like as a strategic partner, we work with the customers. If that answers your question, right?
Sorry, is it private?
As of now, it's private. Yeah. That's a great question. We started as even I was there when this company was small. Like we started as an IBM partner, just as an IBM partner, working along with IBM from the integration perspective, middleware perspective, mainframe modernization, like legacy transformation. From there, like we expanded like into Amazon, Google, and other areas. ServiceNow. Obviously, we grew, right? So that's how we started 20 years back. Any other questions, like in terms of why Royal Server, maybe, right? Competitors of ServiceNow, there are like a lot of remedy, like BMC products, or there's so many. ServiceNow is it's not only incident management. It has become like a platform in terms of software asset management, hardware asset management. It has become more like a platform. So there are many other competitors from the incident management, like BMC Remedy, and I think other products are also there. IBM has their own incident management. There are many competition to our ServiceNow, I can say. But ServiceNow is like industry leader today, I will say, like when it comes to not only it started as an incident management, but their end goal is to become like a one platform where they can like give all the solutions from software asset management integrations. They say like bring everything. Like if you have Workday from HR, integrate with ServiceNow. If you have PeopleSoft, if you have like Oracle, IBM, everything can get integrated to ServiceNow as a platform, I would say. Remedy.
Now it's basically AI capabilities into it and find your work. Yeah, so kind of now grown in big
Platform.
work. And like I said, give an example. You've got Workday, easily out of the box now. So your timesheet can be done with the Workday, but rest of your HR money, HR is the model.
It's like any other source or like platform of whatever you have today. So, any other questions? Any other questions or feedback before we wind up?
Who's there?
No, there is one question before. Go ahead.
For this no AI, this is says knowledge-based article, but does it also look at like if a technician puts a comment and resolve a similar issue? Would that also search new comments or just knowledge-based articles? Right.
Great question. So you're saying like if you have a comment or like a query, if you want to search, it searches the knowledge base as he said, like it can go to other sources, like you can hook it up to Google. So if you don't have in your knowledge base, it can go to external sources and bring the data. The goal is to search and give you the crisp summary so that there is no need for you to go and read articles, like hundreds of articles for you. That's the end goal. Right?
Yes, and you have all the data, but not the knowledge base separately. Will it search?
Oh yeah, that I think from as of now it's knowledge base. But I mean, if you can take that comments and
So see, at the end of the day, you might have 100 of connectors where your data is living. What we do, we bring your data to a central repository, which is today called a vector database. And the LLM talks to that vector database. Whatever you are going to put into it, it's going to semantically search and summarize and give you a nice answer.
but the question was more specific to service. Yeah. I got your question.
Okay,
Yes.
my bad.
Yes.
Search the
As of now, it's more from the document search. But if we can bring that comment into documents, maybe it may search.
Keep refreshing that and bringing the stats into that, so that you can get results. That's something which can be constant. Right now, we have
But I mean, like, if you think like if you have volumes of data like that, if you want us to customize it and scan the data and search for you, that is doable.
That is true.
Any other questions, please? Okay, I think we should be okay now. There is food and we can play a couple of games there, have fun, and we can socialize there. Okay. Thank you so much once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Take care.